It goes without saying, Gabrielle has been very disruptive. Let's have a look at its effects on the wool industry. Grant Edwards is the GM of PGG Wrights and Wool. Grant, obviously in the North Island there's some real issues around getting sheep shorn and getting wool out of wool sheds and getting power to wool sheds, but from a timing point of view, the season was well through. I guess we can count small blessings.
Yeah, hi Jamie. Yes, to a degree, and of course, firstly, thoughts go out to those. There's tragedies up there, Jamie, that we've heard about. There's devastation. So our first thoughts are certainly in that space. From a wool perspective, a fair degree of the wool had been shorn around throughout the bay, throughout the Hawke's Bay, but that's more on the flats, which of course have been knocked around severely. It's the hill country where a lot of shearing is still due to take place and up through Gisborne. And within that, accessibility is one of the real key word, I think, Jamie, that you hear across all different businesses. But that accessibility to get shearers in to actually get sheep shorn, to actually get sheep to a wool shed to shear them, and then, of course, the power to be able to shear them. So, and then to get the wool out. So accessibility at the moment is one of those real key challenges at that front end.
Grant, well, Golden Share's coming up later this week, and that signifies the second share, doesn't it? That's what they do at the Golden Shares. So we'll be right into the second share season, are we?
Yeah, pretty much, Jamie. We've got through that a lot of that sort of main shear full wool, though there is a bit of that to come, and that as I say, that higher country's been affected, and that's where we're heading now into that second shear, that March sort of second shear, and degree of lamb shearing as well.
Last time we were chatting, ewe-fleece, this is in the shed prices, was at $1.20, and there were a number of reasons for that. The market's obviously wasn't very flash, but discoloration was a major issue. I would imagine anything being shorn in the North Island at the moment with all the rain they've had must be discoloured.
A lot of it has got that degree of yellowing, Jamie. Yeah, there's no doubt about that, and we've even seen a degree of that throughout the South Island, just through those climatic conditions. The upside that we are seeing is that we've seen, and those were in shed prices, but we have seen over the last month, as we talked about last time, China's coming back stronger into the market post those, and it's that old saying, that COVID. But once they released those COVID eradication protocols and open things up a bit, China's been more active in the marketplace. So we've had 20 cents clean to 30 cents in some instances clean increases over the last month in price. So whilst it's got a long way to go, it is helping. That degree of yellowed wool that is coming on the market is finding a home, albeit at a price, and it's going from there. We just touched briefly on supply chain, but we've got a challenge in the north with the scouring in the north. One of the major plants in the north has been severely affected, so we've got to work through that as well. That's a key challenge to that supply chain in the North Island.
Look, I want to really quickly finish on a positive note if I can. I see some farmers out there are grabbing the bull by the horns, no bad animal pun intended, when it comes to strong wool, and they're doing stuff on farm themselves. I'm not sure whether this is the solution for the wool industry's woes, but it's a positive start.
Oh, most definitely, Jamie, and it's a real positive, and it's a credit to those growers, and we're supporting where we can and helping where we can. We're seeing a number of initiatives where farmers are using their own wool for specific products, whether it's, we've touched on it before, whether it's Devar homespun jerseys, even down to the Cashmere High School producing wool credit cards here. There's a whole lot of initiatives. There's too many to name, but it's great to see, and they're initiatives that can happen worldwide. We're using a hell of a good product here. It's biodegradable and sustainable, and farmers are picking up on it with some initiatives, and we need the world to do the same. As I touched on last time, we've got two major of our overseas customers, manufacturers and suppliers out here at the moment, and we've got a couple more coming out in the next week. They're really worried about the wool supply chain and what it means to their businesses going forward. They've got growth programs in place in their operations, and they want to be able to support it. And they're worried about the supply of wool going forward, and they want to get on farm and talk to farmers, Jamie.
Well, tell them to pay a bit more, Grant. Grant Edwards from PGG Rights and Wool, thanks for your time today on The Country.
Cheers, Jamie.